Yeah, welcome back to another Music Maker guitar video. It is Theory Thursday, and I wanted to have a little talk about theory today. I have a lot of students that are asking me a lot, just about theory, and I don't want to make any assumptions about what anybody's assuming they can get from it, but I have this, feeling, and it's maybe because I always know the question that comes next after this, but I have a number of students that are coming to me for music theory specifically. They think that if they know more scales and more about notes and that they'll be able to do more with their music. And while I'm not going to argue that music theory is super beneficial, it's definitely something I think we all need to be able to at least communicate with each other. But music theory basically, it just talks about notes, so what notes are in a chord, what notes are in a scale, what notes are technically allowed, disallowed in certain pieces of music. And what's really funny about music theory is that we, like Berkeley kids especially, are guilty of this, but we go to school for years and years and years learning about notes, and we forget about all the other important things. And obviously rhythm is included in there. There's definitely rhythm music theory where you talk about timing and all that stuff. But something that I'll say I never took a class on at Berkeley was volume. Nobody taught us how to have the proper volume in a room. Nobody ever taught us how to do that. We had to figure it out, and that's part of what practicing does, is it reveals some of those things. But I think there's just so many other things that music theory actually doesn't teach us. So as you're practicing notes and scales and chord tones and all these things that exist within music theory, I think it's always really, really important to also, number one, consider rhythm. That's why I think metronomes are so important when you practice music theory. But also keep in mind volume, tone, timbre, instrumentation, right? These are all things. Instrumentation we work on for composition and stuff like that. So that's not done at music school, but I think at a very basic level, when people are just practicing the guitar, they're not necessarily thinking about practicing that. So it's something that's really, really important, and especially I do a lot of solo guitar. Important to consider what's melodic and what's accompanying, and to play it accordingly and to practice playing it. So that's why when I incorporate theory, I always incorporate, let's try and find a song that uses this piece of theory with it. It's a little bit more comforting than just going here's a D Ionian. Okay, now what do I do with that? So right, that's a lot more functional as a piece of D major theory than just playing a scale. Now, should you not play the scales? I don't know. I don't want to say that, because I think that part is also really, really important. That's part of the building blocks of why we do this. But I think if you're ignoring every other thing while you study theory, you're maybe not going as deep as you should with your music. So with that said, I'm just going to keep this Theory Thursday short today, because I have a bunch of these things that I'm doing with in-person students. But that said, if you are one of my students and you're tuning in, keep that in mind as you practice. When we talk about theory, we're only talking about the notes part of it. And those of you out there who are practicing, also remember that. It's only the notes part of it that you're working on. And maybe there's some other part of your practice that needs work besides the notes. Because a lot of us, we can hear if it's a right note or wrong note. we can hear if that's right or wrong without knowing what scale it is, right? And a lot of people, if you're a blues player, right, you can do that and you don't even know what you're playing, right? You're just like, that's that weird, it's that thing, right? So you could call that G pentatonic, like, or G minor pentatonic. Or, I mean, if you don't know your music theory, you could call that Steve. You know what I mean? And that's, I think, maybe the important part of music theory is now, like, if I'm calling that Steve and then I'm trying to work with a saxophone player, I'll say, just play that Steve thing. You know, my saxophone player, Cody, does not know what I'm talking about if I call it Steve. If I call it G concert pentatonic, you know, he's going to play that, you know. So it's more, I think, the music theory part about it, it's more about learning how to talk about what things sound like than it is about, like, knowing every scale and knowing everything and all that. That's not nearly as important as just, like, knowing how, you know, if somebody asks you for something, how to do it. That's the main important part. So that's it. I'm going to leave it there for today. Happy Theory Thursday. Please do, you know, go practice your theory. If you want to do some really intense theory, I have a bunch on my website. All of the stuff from modes and pentatonic scales is up there. And over the next month, I'm going to be working on a whole melodic minor series. So you can go on over there and check out a whole bunch of scales and notes and stuff. But I think, again, more important, use it. You know, those are just ingredients that you can cook with. So now it's time to cook something, and you got to use your tones and your rhythms and all of your musicality to do that. So anyways, have a great Theory Thursday. I will see you tomorrow for Funky Friday, and pick up that guitar and play today.